What's going on, boxing heads, and welcome back after another great fight week. So it's been going around the internet. Everybody check it out. Click Canelo kicks Demetrius Andrade out of his press conference. It was quite hilarious to see Canelo talk trash in English. Sounds like he's been hanging around Floyd Mayweather too much, but his trash talking was on point, uh, to say the least. It was hilarious. But let's get back to the subject. Let's be honest. Let's be serious here. Demetrius Andrade, and I want everybody to look at the whole thing overall. Earl Smith Jr., Kamaru Usman from the UFC, Virgil Ortiz, all these fighters, they're here. They got their gold chains on, their nice clothes, their honeys, their women. Everybody here to just enjoy the fight. Demetrius Andrade wears a shirt that says Canelo or Billy Joe Saunders, please fight me. A screen printed or iron on t-shirt that says that. And to me, it's like, if you're good, you don't have to ask nobody to fight you because the pressure will be there from the media in the boxing world because the money's there. Let me give you guys an example. One of our favorite, or I say one of the people that people can't stand, either hate him or love him, Adrian Broner. He don't show up in nobody's press conference and ask them to fight. He puts butts in the seats because people either want to see him get knocked out or they love him. And that's what I'm saying is people will go see you if you're talented. If you put Demetrius Andrade in the Hard Rock Casino Hotel and put him up against a no-name person, right? And he just needs to sell 5,000 seats, would he even sell that? Canelo could go somewhere and sell 40,000 seats and fight a no-name person. Now, does that make it an excuse? No. The point is, Canelo's resume, he's fought Danny Jacobs. He's fought Triple G twice. He's fought Mayweather. He has a great resume. Billy Joe Saunders. And that's another thing. If you go to the UK, Billy Joe Saunders can sell out the UK. Another point, Demetrius Andrade's at 160. Canelo wants to unify at 168. Saunders' belt was at 168. So if he's serious, then he has to go up to 168. You can't ask the person who is making the most money right now in boxing is the number one attraction to come down to fight you when you can't even sell out your own fights. He sold out the one in Providence. That was awesome. But then can you go anywhere in the world and sell out? That's what he has to understand. When it comes to sports, and especially boxing, you got to have talent, but you also got to have the money behind you. Another thing about Andrade, how he burns bridges in the boxing community. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, either 6 or 7 years ago, he had the chance to fight Jamel Charlo. I can't remember exactly what year it is. Y'all can correct me on what year it was. It was either Jamel or Jamal. He pulled out the fight. He pulled out of the fight and said he was upset with his purse. Do you guys understand that at that time that was his biggest purse to date? He didn't have a fight purse bigger than that. And he pulled out. Do you know how big of a headache that is for a promoter or an advisor like Heyman? You've been selling this fight for weeks, months, and then this guy just pulls out at the last second? So that's why he never fought none of the Charlos, because he did bad business. He also sued Jay-Z. He was with Rock Nation and Jay-Z for a minute. He sued them. Remember when Jay-Z had Dusty Hernandez Harrison? Andre Ward was with Rock Nation for a minute. He sued them and wanted to get out of that contract. Now he's with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, and even Eddie Hearn has his bodyguard saying, "Hey, Demetrius, this isn't the time or place for it. He's getting kicked out." So like, everybody was there to see Canelo. It was Canelo's night, and you seen Floyd Mayweather in his post-fight press conferences when people asked him. He even got pissed off when people did that. So he was going about this the wrong way, and he's already burning bridges in boxing. And if you do look at his resume, guys, it's not that good. It's not that impressive. One of his fights in 2020, he had NLE Chopper or somebody, some new younger rapper. Half the stadium was there to see him. Once he left, everybody left. Half the crowd was there to see the Demetrius Andrade fight. And he also had Tevin Farmer on that undercard. So it was like, you have to have a combination of speed, and you also have to have a combination of good fight mechanics. In addition to that, you have to have a combination of good like marketing and ticket sales. Like if you can't bring the right money to the table, people are not going to waste their time on you. So there's so many things he has to understand, and it was a bad look for him because he seemed desperate. Like unfortunately, that did not look good for him, and I don't think he'll be getting that Canelo fight anytime soon because Eddie Hearn understands that Canelo is the biggest deal on the zone. Matter of fact, that fight probably put money in the budget for Demetrius Andrade to get a fight and get paid. He has to understand that. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, all these people can go sell out crowds. You understand me? Demetrius Andrade can't sell out a crowd like that. When you get to this level, you gotta sell out the crowd, or you gotta let the guy at the top of the food chain pick you, and hopefully he does. But you can't just go around begging people for a fight when your promoter that's right there with you barely gets you any fight or any work as it is. There's no excitement. I like Demetrius Andrade. I hope he's successful, but like what does he bring to the table? And he's got to realize you doing that to Canelo doesn't. Here's what Canelo said. He said payday, payday, and that's all it really is. Demetrius Andrade wants a payday. Anybody out there think that Andrade will really beat Canelo? If Danny Jacobs had a hard time with Canelo, Andrade would definitely have a hard time with Canelo. He hit him with one punch, he'd be gone, just like he did with Saunders. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think it was classless. It was tasteless. It was funny that Canelo kicked him out, but boxing is a business. You have to bring something to the damn table in order for people to invest in you and to say give you that fight. And if you want that fight with the guy at the top of the food chain, you have to make sure the time is right. Right now, what's best for Canelo is Benavidez, Caleb Plant, or what's his name, or one of the Charlos. Those will be more lucrative, beneficial fights to Canelo because those people, the Charlos have sold out Houston before and they've been on the main card. Benavidez has been on the main card before. Caleb Plant has been on the main card before and done well. So you got to understand, if you want to be at the top of the food chain, you got to bring top of the food chain ideas, money, and skill. And right now, I don't see Demetrius Andrade as being that. And y'all can let me know if y'all disagree. I don't have no problem with that. But what would it benefit Canelo and what would it benefit boxing if Demetrius Andrade fought him next? And he's not even at the right weight. I'm out.